Welcome back, YouTubers. Ryan here with another episode of San Diego Beer Vlog. Thanks for joining me. You're going to be looking at the latest release from Karl Strauss. This is their Tower 20 Imperial IPA. This is loosely based on their Tower 10 IPA, which is just one of the regular lineup beers that you'll find at all the brew pubs and you'll also see in six packs. This just came out, so it should be really fresh. Let's get it open. This one clocks in at 9.5%, so it's pretty high up there. They did some draft-only runs of this beer, and I got to try it at one of their brew pubs straight from their serving tank, and I think it was extra dry hopped with Motueka hops, so that was just awesome. Try that. So we'll see if this bottle lives up to that version. But pours a very, very clear golden color. Definitely a filtered beer. Got about a finger of just slightly off-white head, tinge of yellow in there. Let's get the aroma. Oh yeah, just nothing but hops, which is what I want on a double IPA. Man, a lot of sweetness, sweet orange, a lot of sweet orange on there. Maybe like a bit of a mango, passion fruit, some kind of tropical fruit note. A little bit of just that really traditional West Coast bitter grapefruit that you get from something like a Cascade or a Centennial. Actually, maybe a hint of malt in there, but not much. Let's dig in. Cheers. That's just really smooth for a double IPA. Good amount of hop bitterness up front. Doesn't completely blast your tongue with bitterness, but I think this is one of those beers, if I drink on it more, the bitterness is going to build up. But so far so good. I'm going to drink on a little more and come back with some more tasty notes. So up front you get attacked with that bitterness. Tends to be more of like a resiny pine character with a bit of like a grapefruit peel zest to it. And I did kind of cheat. I looked at the side of the bottle just to see if they'd give me any clues to what hops they're using. And they are using an abundance of Centennial. Okay, that makes sense now. Along with Crystal and Chinook hops. So I don't know if this was the same as the recipe they used, because like I said, they used Motueka in the version I tried, but that might have been just an extra dry hopping in that particular version. But this one remains very West Coast. It's got the citrusy. After that initial kind of bitterness, you get some sweeter flavor hops, and that tends to be more of that orangey, grapefruity, like sweeter ruby red kind of grapefruit character to it. Probably coming from that Chinook and Crystal hops. So you get some of that midway, and then the sweet hops kind of transition right into the sweeter malt backbone. I don't know if they used a lot of sugar in this one, because while it is pretty clear, I mean, there's definitely probably some crystal malt in there. You get a good amount of caramel sweetness in the back end with a big kind of bready malt backbone underneath that. So it kind of transitions to more of a balanced beer. Just get a little touch of that 9.5% alcohol at the very end. So overall, this beer has a nice bittersweet kind of balance going on, because there's a good amount of bitterness up front, and then you kind of, like I mentioned, the sweet hops and the sweeter malts take over. So I do get a little bit of a lingering bitterness on the palate, but it's pretty dry overall, which is nice. It's not really sticky sweet at this point. So there's some sweet malt, but it's not like some double IPAs I've had where maybe the malt just kind of gets real sticky and lingers around too much. This one, they got enough hops in there to help dry it out. And certainly at 9.5%, some of that alcohol helps dry out the palate too. So this is a really nice, solid double IPA. So I'm going to give it a B. Recommend picking it up right now while it's fresh. I don't know how often they'll be bottling this one, because this is the first time they've done it, but it is part of their, it says on the side, Karl's Imperial collection, which they're going to have an Imperial Stout coming out next, I believe. So I'm looking forward to that one. So it's going to wrap it up for this review. Until next time, please comment and subscribe. Cheers.